finished watching episode 3 of WandaVision. We're going to be talking spoilers.
So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and come back.
Let's go.
Vision is dead. So what the
Question mark?
Like,
they're going to call one Billy, they're going to call one Tommy, and they become...
what?
Well, does she know more than she's letting on? Because in real life, you'd be like... "Ah!" Greetings,
I'm Ennis.
I'm Ben.
And welcome to the channel.
We just watched WandaVision,
Episode 3.
and we're going to be talking about it in depth. You got thoughts?
I think so, yeah.
Let's talk about it. So, end of episode 2, we went into colour. She got pregnant. Man came out the sewer. He went back down. She reversed it.
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Yeah.
Were any of them answered? I'm not sure. But the first thing was, we're now in colour. It's a new decade.
Apparently.
Everything looks like 70s-esque. So last episode, I talked about how I feel like each episode's going to be a separate...
Which I thought was crazy.
Decade.
And then now it's just happening.
Which is cool.
Which is cool. How long of a time period has it actually been in each decade?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because they're talking about they've only just got pregnant.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, each decade is like a day. What is really cool is, though, it gets us a chance to see like this 70s aesthetic.
Yeah.
They've really changed the decor of the house.
The decor, yeah, they have.
Like, even like, was it raised before? Like by the door with like the step down?
Yeah, it was. Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, the intro, we've got another intro which
Yeah.
gave me Brady Bunch vibes.
But you know what I love about it is like I didn't really watch. I don't know any kind of 70s sitcoms.
I don't either.
But
really.
what's cool is it's kind of educating like a generation that just don't watch that stuff.
I mean, do we need to be educated on 70s sitcoms?
I think education is key to success.
But 70s sitcoms, like...
It's a nice touch, you know? I love how iconic decades are. I feel like we've kind of lost that in like maybe the last 20 years.
But I feel like when you're in the decade, do you know what's iconic about the decade?
Well, you know, like when you look back and people like 90s clothing's popular and
Yeah.
stuff. I just feel like if you said to me, oh, that's so 2010s,
Yeah.
noughties,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. Like, I just love that you can really go, that's the 50s, that's the 60s, that's the set. Like, when they were in like the big collars and like the roll, like it was
And even her hair was like
Yeah,
long. And then Monica Rambeau, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, no.
So each episode seems to have sort of just like one like individual storyline that's very sitcom-y, I
Yeah.
guess. We had the dinner with the first one,
Yeah.
then we had the magic show with the second one.
Yeah.
This one seems to be all about pregnancy and giving birth, hilarity ensuing.
What's interesting with like the whole like she has a contraction and then everyone feels it, like we didn't really know the extent of like the connection between their house and the rest of the neighborhood, like how much of it she's actually controlling and how much of it is just it's happening between them.
For me, that's one of the biggest questions of this whole episode is who is in charge?
Yeah.
In the first episode, I thought, oh, she's purely a victim. She's been like captured by someone.
Right.
Because then we saw someone like watching her and stuff. But by this episode, I'm like, especially the end, which we'll get to, I'm like, is she actually aware of what's happening? Is she in control of everything? Okay, so her pregnancy resulted in all these crazy side effects happening, but also people seem to be glitching.
Yeah.
So we had Herb, the neighbour.
He was just there the whole episode. He was just started off cutting the hedge.
Cutting the hedge, and then he just started, trimming the wall, which obviously you don't do.
I don't think you can do with a
All right, with just a hedge trimmer.
hedge trimmer.
Yeah. But that wasn't fully addressed. It was like, but clearly something was going wrong.
Vision was like, are you okay?
You all right, mate? What's cracking? Like,
Can you see what you're doing?
and then the other sort of main sort of glitch type thing was when she was talking to Vision.
Yeah. So he said, I think something is wrong here, Wanda. And then she was like, and then we ran time.
Yeah. In all honesty, when it glitched, I thought, did Disney Plus glitch? Like, I honestly thought that.
Vision is dead. So what the
Question mark?
Like if anyone's gonna not be glitching, it'd be him because he's purely made from her making him, like a plant pot would be. Do you know what I'm trying to say? How can he think if it's all just her making him? Because he's not alive.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, mate. Honestly, I'm so bamboozled. You've been bamboozled! I was watching this, I was thinking, she's getting pregnant really, really fast. I was thinking, what else is like this? I freaking love Twilight. And when it got to this, like, she's having a baby now, I was like, this is Breaking Dawn Part 1. They're just stealing content from Twilight. How do you feel about that?
I've shut down. You mentioned the T word. It's just One of the worst movie franchises of all time.
But it's literally the same.
We're not going to talk about Twilight on this channel. We're just not.
We were blessed with another advert during the episode.
They're honestly something to look forward to.
They are good.
But what's cool about them, it's like a little Easter egg of like, oh, who are they going to reference?
Yeah.
But also, I feel like it's quite clear at this point, it's like subliminal messaging
Also,
to Wanda.
Well, we don't know what it is.
That's what it feels like to me.
Like, I feel like it's just for us to be like...
Nah, man, no way.
Why? But we don't see her watching it. It's not like she sits down and goes, oh, TV.
But it's just a part of the world she's in. But the actual advert said the following things. Do you need a break? Escape to a world all your own. She needs a break because she's like been having a terrible time in life.
She's lost two of her most loved people.
Yeah. And she wants to escape to a world all of her own. She's created this world by herself. Where all your problems float away. When you want to get away but you don't want to go anywhere, it's all in her mind, she's not actually travelled anywhere. Hide your soak, find the goddess within. And I was thinking, goddess within?
She's a god.
She's a god now. She's thought, no. Is that like some kind of reference to like her powers and she's a witch, goddess, like, I don't know. The things they're saying in the advert, it's like they're saying it to her.
Yeah, but then you said a minute ago that she knows... Like,
this is what's confusing. I also feel like she's potentially in charge of the whole thing now.
We have conversations and he's like, no, Wonder Man, she's doing the whole thing, she knows what she's doing. And then I say one thing and he's like, oh yeah, that's
I have conflicting ideas of what this show is about at the moment.
We have Geraldine, who, for starters, is just a terrible name. I'm sorry if anybody watching this is called Geraldine. I'm joking. I love the name Geraldine.
It was also called Geraldine in like her 70s fro because I feel like that's the most iconic Monica Rambeau hairstyle. So she came into the house because she wanted to tell her like a story about her work.
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously Wanda was like hiding the fact she was pregnant.
That's such a nod to like how in TV shows they're like, hold this thing in front of your belly and no one will know that you're pregnant.
And then obviously in real life you'd notice.
Yeah, it's really, I thought it was a cool little touch.
Yeah. And then a stork just appeared.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So before we had that moment where she kind of heard a noise in the room and she was like...
Oh, right, yeah.
I then thought the baby was just going to appear in the crib. In the crib. I was like, wait, what?
Where do babies come from? The stork flies down and delivers a baby.
I don't even know.
You've never heard that?
I mean, I've heard that, but I thought it was like stork. Like a beanstalk.
Oh, what, when people say the stork will deliver a baby?
Yeah.
You thought it was a beanstalk?
When I saw that bird, I didn't go, oh, it's a stork. I don't know birds, Ben. If we were doing birds, I'd go, pigeon. That'd be it.
It's all in context though. She's having a baby, there's a bird, it's probably a stork.
So she tried to just like vanish it.
And the bird was like, no.
Phoenix.
So she couldn't control the bird.
No. And then she tried to make it go poof and it went red.
Yeah, which made me think it had gone poof. And then it was like, hi.
I didn't listen to anything Geraldine said the whole time.
Not sure if it was important. Maybe we'll listen to it back and she was like, Thanos is your father. I don't know.
I liked the bit where it was fishes on her outfit.
And the stork was trying to eat it. Yeah, that was cute. Then they walk into the room, the stork's like on the wall like,
freeze! Why do you tell me to freeze?
But you told me to freeze.
And then she starts giving birth. So things are going crazy in the house and then Geraldine is like, I'm guessing there's an exclamation for this. I said exclamation. Oh, I guess there's a logical exclamation for all this.
You said exclamation. What's going on?
I'm guessing there's a logical explanation for all this.
Well done.
My point is, it made me think, well, does she know more than she's letting on? Because in real life, you'd be like, it's a baby!
Another Twilight greatness moment for me was when he picked up the doctor on his back. That is an iconic moment from Twilight because he's like, you better hold on tight, spider monkey, and then they climb up the tree.
Can we just stop talking about Twilight?
I know,
no one cares.
I was like, that's 2 Twilight references.
I think what was more important was the fact that clearly Vision just didn't care about showing his powers. Like, he's in his right mind, he ain't got no gum in him, and he's like, right, I'm just going to run super fast, and you're just going to deal with it. Potentially even fly.
Well, the guy came back and the doctor was like, it felt like I was flying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to hide our abilities. What's cracking?
This is annoying me now.
This whole video is just Eddie's trying to avoid the sun.
This is going to be me just moving back further. Can we move further back? I just wanted to say, I picked up on this thing that Vision, basically, his right collar was always poking out. And I was like, I wonder why that is. Because I thought, is that maybe like he's more like dishevelled?
So he was like that every single scene?
Every scene, he had like a little collar just poking out. And I thought, why would they not just tuck that in?
Yeah, is that starting to show that he's working things out,
for himself,
he's breaking down?
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it was just a mistake.
Thing is, a show like this, you read into everything. You're like, she's wearing red. Is that a reference to something? Twins!
Who knew? I actually didn't know.
I don't know why last week I didn't think to look up who her kid might be.
Well, because I thought the kid was just like, oh, now we're having a baby. I thought, oh, it's just going to be like another little moment and then we're going to move on.
Yeah, I thought it was
just going to be... She can't actually have a baby.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not actually going to be a baby.
I didn't think the whole next episode was going to be about a baby.
I didn't really think about it, to be honest. So, she got twins, then it kind of makes sense that they're going Billy, Tommy, because they're going to call one Billy, they're going to call one Tommy, and they become...
the Blood Brothers. Sorry, I ruined the moment.
And they become Wiccan and Speed.
Terrible names.
The Young Avengers, hey.
Yeah, I mean, Speed, I'm guessing he's fast.
Well, they've basically got the same powers as Wanda and Pietro.
Right.
So Speed is fast. So and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about Speed, but Wiccan has got like all the Scarlet Witch kind of powers. Right. But they're both part of the Young Avengers, so they're both teenagers. Like in the comics, Wiccan becomes part of the Avengers at one point.
Yeah.
Also, Wiccan, I'm pretty sure, is the first gay superhero. So representation. Also in the comics, it's Wanda and Vision's kids, but also it's not Vision's like blood kid.
Obviously, he can't have a baby.
He doesn't have any blood. Like.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking these kids can't be real because one, he's dead. Two, I don't think he's got any genitals.
But even in the comics, she just sort of creates them out of her own mind. It's a whole long, complicated thing. When I saw that it was Wiccan and Speed, I thought, sick. And then I thought, oh, but they're babies. It's going to take forever for us to see them. And then I thought, it was so quick for her to get pregnant.
They're going to be 30 by the time it ends.
Oh, no, I want to see them as like the teenagers they are. The traditional sitcom is like a family, like parents and kids. So are they going to become kids? And then the final episodes, they'll get their powers. Wiccan. I'm excited.
Yeah, the decade thing has to stop at some point.
Yeah.
So then Vision's like, hey, I'll see you out, Doctor. And then they go outside.
And the Doctor was planning to go to Bermuda on holiday. And Vision's like, enjoy your holiday. And then the Doctor says, probably won't go. It's hard to leave this place.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. Herb literally was about to say, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, they were about to say something, right?
Herb says, she came here because we are all, 3 times, we are all, and then...
What are they? Are they acting a certain way in front of Wanda and Vision? And then when Wanda and Vision aren't there, are they all there like having secret meetings? But what's really cool about this scene though is it flips between like the neighbours talking about Geraldine to then suddenly we're now suspicious of her with Wanda talking about her.
Tension building.
Yes. And then the whole episode ends with, I'm guessing, Wanda has like evicted her from this whole area.
She obviously knows she's controlling it, otherwise she wouldn't then be like, I'll just kick you out.
Yeah.
And she's like, who are you? Why are you ruining my thing?
My fantasy, yeah.
Where it's building, you just don't know where it's going because you feel like, she's in control, but then you're like, oh, she's not in control. Oh, but she has to be in control. Oh, wait, but she can't be in control.
What? See? That's why I've got 2 minds about
when I talk to you, you're like, no, she's definitely made it up. I can see she's created the whole thing.
Yeah, but doesn't mean she...
That was like a really bad Donald Trump impression.
Yeah, is that what it sounded like?
I wasn't trying to do Donald Trump.
Yeah, but just because she's created the whole thing, 100%, I believe that, doesn't mean she's in control. But also she's in control!
Right. What did you actually think of the episode as a whole?
I loved the end of the episode, but as a whole, I didn't love it as much as the first 2.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why.
I think because now they've got me hooked to the bigger story.
Yeah.
Then just going back to the sitcom, I'm a little bit like, cool. Let's find out the juice.
Yeah, I agree. So we love the Marvel Universe. We do not know like the rules that be Marvel Comics and all the story plots and stuff, but we try our best, you know?
I feel like only one person can know so much.
Yeah,
we need to use our collective knowledge, to uncrack this code. So in our last video, we had lots of questions, and some of you guys answered our questions, which was very nice. So a couple of people said that Agent Wu from Ant-Man was the voice in the radio. I don't know why we didn't think of this. The symbol that we keep seeing has a sword on it. It's obviously sword.
I didn't know who that was.
It's like the shield, but like I guess it's like the galactic sort of version of
which
that.
Is apparently where Samuel Jackson is in the end of Spider-Man.
Oh, it's all connecting. We also had some people saying there's references to AIM, AIM, which is an Iron Man sort of organization villainy. And someone else said the person coming out the manhole at the end of the last episode could be the villain Swarm. Thanks for letting us know. Who knows if any of that's right, but we're working it out together. Yeah. So, questions that we're left with at the end of episode 3. Who is in control? Is it Wanda?
It's the same question.
Is it someone else? Yeah. Monica Rambeau. Why was she there?
How did she get there?
Yeah. Did she know why she was there? Does she know who she is? All the neighbours. Who are they? Are they figments of imagination, or have they been planted there? Yeah. Are they there against their will? Do they know what's going on?
So at the end, is it like, oh, we're trying to get into where Wanda is. They know something's in there, but they can't get in.
Oh, so all the helicopters, are they protecting, or are they trying to get in? Also, the twins, are we going to see them grow up?
We must do. We must. Hit the like and subscribe button if you'd like to stay up to date with us talking about this show.
I mean, we just like chatting about it, so we're going to be here. Come find us each week. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Bye. Sun, no sun, no sun.